This is Kessben 93.3 FM, a new wave of excellence in radio.
But yes, did I mean that?
Okay. No, it's okay. It's okay. Just.
Yes, sir.
Minister of Finance. What you know?
No, create me maintain an AC, but I have an idea what he was talking about.
Idea now kind. So they are kind. No more born to for business community. More finance or sitting.
You say
but
situation now.
Because yes, if you were near the but that's a hano. But so is all a gentle be.
Oh, gentle, I'm a very gentleman.
Hey, yo. That's us.
Into us.
That's us.
Very well. We say we are in difficult times as a country. That the certain measures policymakers have to take to ensure at least we have fiscal policy credibility and to address issues that is affecting us.
Within your chance, no through and I can deal. As a brofono,
each has influence with me. Just allow me.
Kasa se Kusi Appiah kubi.
Very well. Allow me to flow.
On TV.
Mitichi.
And I can see a kitchen. And a brofo kwana oka.
Minister Kasoka brofo.
And a canopy.
Mati. Eti. Read we say. Ese on so to tune near my bema economy need to recover. There are some hard and harsh measures beyond Matiki. As business, we are not totally comfortable with them. And we wish saying this is a time like a government is doing how best we can also support businesses. I could just have a summary. Say they are looking at how government will look good, and in doing that is also putting business in a very upscale situation. A typical example, let me take you from even the monetary policy from Bank of Ghana. Bank of Ghana have increased policy rate. When it comes to policy rate, we are talking about the rate at which a bank loans. And we a benchmark a bank for edema business loans. It's gone up. It's about 17% now, from 13.5% to 7%. That's a huge jump. So that will mean that Bobby bank and and we all know the situation we find ourselves now. Sikeni Ghana. I told someone, say, dollar rate started say a cost no. Every business be losing a capital of the age. Because we have lost our capital, it also means people disposable income so has been affected. It is a increasing cost of doing business. It means we are setting the premises for business to collapse.
Is it also not the other flip side? Is it also the case that Abino Esusu said this is the time I also encourage people to bring their money to the banks and say maybe say we increase ASR policy rates now they cost 17%. What it means and it's a treasury bill rate and all other rates a cost. Say a cost it encourages people say bisika Appiah and Kamidia sunyaseno and they may find treasury bill. In so doing no a banks and they are buying to me and mobilizing money. And enough money at their disposal. Say is that the flip side of it?
Let me give you an idea. When government needs money, that is where he introduced increment in T-bills. But trust me, government then tends to compete with the businessman in the money market. Because a bank knows but more businessman. But business also have risks. Government rate is more or less rated as 0. It is a government increasing T-bill. The bank will feel comfortable giving the money to the to government than to give the business person. What happens to the business? As I will retard the growth. What I'm saying is, when you increase policy rates, you virtually increase the cost of doing business in Ghana. And we all know that Ghana is earmarked as one of the most expensive destinations in doing business, especially in West Africa. We have introduced what we call the Africa Continental Free Trade Area, where we are going to have a single market among African countries. And we are competing on prices. If you go to Cote d'Ivoire, their cost of borrowing is low. If you come to Ghana, cost of borrowing is high. How are we going to compete? We have set the premise to fail as a country right from there. I always say, how did we get here? Is it the fault of the businessman? Or is the fault of leadership? That's government. And leadership is about accountability.
Or the fault of global pandemic.
Let me give you an idea. Any strategic person, forgive me, any strategic person anticipate for the unexpected. We have disruptive environment, so we make contingencies. So we anticipate that in doing business, how will we survive? And government did it right. Or say we cannot save life. I mean, we cannot resurrect life. So we have to save life. For the economy, we can recover it. That was right. But the point is, what measures have you put in place to ensure that in recovering the economy, the businesses are doing right? So this is not the time to introduce hardship to businesses because you want to have fiscal policy and credibility to assess capital. Funds from the capital market. Yes, sir. So businessman is also through taxes. If the businesses collapse, how are you going to pay for the debt that you have created as government? This is one thing. You also realize that government through the monetary policy have also increased capital adequacy ratios of the banks from 10% to 13%. What it basically means is every loan be a bank be a bibuno. You must have about 13% of your deposits with Bank of Ghana. Okay, as your weighted average liability
to
and
protect
assets,
depositors' money,
which is good. But that also means that you are also crowding out capital that should have been free with the banks to lend to businesses. So they say some of these things obviously had a direct or indirect implication on how we can grow the economy. And get this one, I say leadership is about accountability and responsibility. Government have done well being accountable. But the part of being responsible to the business community, there's a question mark. Because where we are now, any businessman is creative. So you don't come punish us. This is a time to see what can I do to support you. So how can I invest in your business? How can I give you some rebates, some payment holidays, so that you can recover as fast as possible, then you can give back to the economy.
Businessman in Ghanaian sense, majority of businessmen are people who import and sell. Omoko import, they need more dollars to go and import. They buy more dollars, na amasi di no depreciate more. Because you produce enough, I be export na may susu yenya dollar, ebe ma yen susu ebi aba economy no. Tambia ne yeko kra nema, yeko fa nema free Dubai, yeko Turkey, yeko China, yeko Korea, yeko US, yeko ha, yekra bibia di bagana. Why? Ne way, oh, he's a businessman. Now, eba no sa, unyi ni ye say ye ne say oh na businessman no tambia no comfort na yehwa na o man no the economy no so ne ye di na.
You see, when it comes to
the containers, policy empty and for bibia and concoton and $5.
Who calls it? That's the structure of the economy we have lived for all these years.
No,
so I was happy when government introduced 1D, 1F. Perfect. But how have you progressed with it?
You fought benchmark.
Wait a minute.
You fought benchmark?
No. Wait. Let me give you an idea. We have been one of the people who have spoke against reversing of the 50% benchmark value. Yeah, I'm trying to say, what argument are we making in say? Because you're importing a free abuche bano. Nemana importing in a bo effort, a chain nema Ghana. Then it means there's a problem with this country. Why can't we make cost of production lower? See, ye importing free more. Let's intertrade among ourselves. The interest rate is saying Ghana. So it is not the importing that makes the economy broke. It is how we are structure the economy. So government 1D 1F. No.
Because who low now?
You see, there's someone who is in charge of the economy.
Okay.
And that is government.
And you know, say policy.
That is why he introduced policy directions.
17%.
What we have gotten now, the importer engaged the importer and said, "What can I do so that you don't import again?" That's how the conversation should be.
Okay.
Don't say that because we're importing, I want to extend hardship to you, so that I can make things in Ghana cheaper for local producers. That is wrong premises for any argument.
That is wrong premises. So says Charles Kusi Appiah Kubi, Executive Secretary, Ashanti Business Owners Association. You say Brofun Kwan and then you bring. Yes, so mekanti Brofun Kwan or Bekai. We will see how you too. Okay, so let's shoot. Charles, let me give you the final this evening. I can do maximum 2.5 minutes for you.
Okay, I will try and do within that period. Lawyer, what do you say? $5 rate, okay, 5 Ghana cedis to $1, and could be uncareful and one sem. Such as here. So, where the problem is, let's solve it. That's for it.
Because Tamana, I'm trying to say 5 cedis crampo to the dollar. The fact is that you took from there 70 something, 75, 78 to 100, 113, 114 dollars per barrel.
The change wouldn't have been that massive.
But even in the US, they've increased fuel prices.
The point is this: we have always experienced increasing fuel prices over the period. But the last straw that is breaking our back is this period where dollar rate, someone is selling dollar at over 8.48 Ghana cedis. Just imagine the difference. So government should be looking at how do I arrest this, and there's a solution to that. Because we are always fighting for FDIs, per se foreign companies say, but they will come with their capitals, they will come and work, they will make all the monies in Ghana. And just imagine, we are in the period everybody is expatriating the returns back to the home country. That's why we are feeling this. So can't government re-engage and tell them that, okay, now, maybe earlier we have agreed on this, but because of what we find ourselves in, can we have policy change in terms of our trade policies? You see, Asamba, government is quick to look at the local business people. No, just foreign companies, So if we're able to do this, we can retain some of these capital that is being expatriated out.
I think that's one of the measures the government announced.
It's proactiveness. You don't kill a business and say, I'm going to resurrect the business. So they say, we are all feeling the pain. That tells you the seriousness of the issue. It's not about politics.
Right.
We as Ashanti Business Owners Association, we want to see government doing well.
Okay.
We always preach that the development of this country is not government alone business. It must be private business led conversation, which we have a stake in it. It's a position is government. Can you start looking at one, how you can reduce, excuse my word, waste in the system? Okay. 2, can we look at our trade policies in terms of FDIs? If we were to look at some of these things, trust me, the economy will recover itself without breaking any business back.
Okay.
That's what we think.
That's what he thinks. Thank you very much, as Kusi Appiah Kubi, Executive Secretary, Ashanti Business Owners Association. Frank.